You're in tune to 104.9 KLMJ Hampton. The time right now, 11:21. Like to welcome a friend of ours back to Hampton, and that's Amber Hayes. Amber, how you doing?
I'm good. Good to see you.
It's good to see you, too. We seen you a few weeks ago, about a month ago, down in Nashville. Let's kind of go back, though, to the song that kind of all started about a year ago, Come On. And we've joked about the different titles before, but let's go back to Come On. How did a title like that come about?
Well, you know, we were actually just on a writer's retreat in California and just kind of to get away and write some songs. And that's when we wrote Come On. And we actually weren't going to write the day that we wrote that. And we were on the way to the beach. And I said, well, let's write a fun, kind of girls' night out type of song. And I think Brian, the co-writer, came up with Come On. And then, Bill came up with the little riff. And next thing you know, we had Come On.
Come on.
Come on.
That song really did well for you.
Thank you. We were really excited. That's the first single that ever went to radio for us, country radio, and everybody's been so nice. And it got to 38 on the Music Row chart thanks to people like you and lots of other great people, that we've met along the way. So we're real pleased with how that turned out. And it's actually going to be in the movie that I'm going to have out next. Actually, it's in February, this coming February. It's called Cowgirls and Angels. And what's so cool about Come On in the movie is that all the stars are doing a line dance to Come On. So that's really neat. Like people like James Cromwell and Jackson Rathbone from the Twilight series and Miss Bailey Madison. So it's really cool.
Yeah, we were going to talk about that, the new movie. Now, acting really isn't that far from me because you did play one of the Twitty ones.
Yeah, I was in the Conway Twitty musical that toured, and I played Kathy Twitty. And, it was basically just telling the story of Conway's life through his daughter's eyes. And it was a big deal for me. It was actually, I think, kind of take me to that next step. And so it was good.
And we had talked about before that the Twitty family really had a big hand in picking who was going to be in that.
Yeah, they did. They were at the auditions, and they handpicked who they wanted to play the different parts. And I played Kathy, and she was there. So it was a little strange sometimes to be playing Kathy, and she's sitting out in the audience looking at you, But she's so sweet, and the Twitty family's been very supportive of my career, even after the musical and everything.
Well, Amber, we talked a little bit about the movie. Why don't you talk about the whole movie and how you all got that?
Sure. Well, I did a video for Wait, the new single, and Stephen Goldman was the director on that, and I had met him, and he wanted me to meet the producers of Cowgirls and Angels because it was going to be filmed in Oklahoma, and he thought of me, and so he had passed on my music to them, and they really liked the music and had approached us first, just basically, about using the music in the movie. And I met them, and then they decided to kind of write in a part. And I'm playing basically a girl who's, is a girl chick singer in a bar band. But, and I play Amber Grant, and Richie McDonald's in the movie with me as well. He plays my father. We don't like to talk. He doesn't like for me to say that probably, but he does play my dad in the movie, and we sing a duet in the movie as well. And like I said, James Cromwell and Bailey Madison, Jackson Rathbone, and it's a family movie. I think it's going to be really great. It's about a trick riding troupe that travels and trick riders, and it's an all-girls troupe, so it's really cool.
And when can we expect this again?
I think it's going to be February. They say February. Hey, it could be June. You know how that goes. But I was told February, so.
Well, fantastic. Talking about Richie, we had a chance to visit with him, and we had to see you when we were in Nashville about a month ago, and him and Brian White had their fan club party, and he did a good job. Oh, yeah, he does such a great job, and I love Brian White. I grew up listening to him. He's from Oklahoma, of course, and what great songs, Not Supposed to Love You Anymore is one of my favorite songs of all time. And, of course, a lot of breeding good coming out of Oklahoma way, doesn't it?
Well, I think there's something in the water, I'm glad I got a little drink of it. But, I think it's just because we grow up listening to great country music. And, that's just what we love to listen to, and it kind of just makes us, it just gets all in our blood, I guess.
Well, Amber, if you want to stick around a little bit more, we're going to talk to you a little bit more, have you do some more music. We're going to take a little break.
Sounds good.
Today we have Amber Hayes, and Amber, we want to talk about, you've been doing a lot of work with Ty Herndon lately.
Yeah, you know, Ty and I are on the same label, and so I think it was around CRS time, he called me and he said, I want you to start doing some shows with me. I'm like, yes, that would be awesome. And so as a new artist, that's always so nice when somebody, I mean, I think he's one of the best in country music. And he said, you know, come out and do shows. And I was like, sure, let's do it. And I've been doing a bunch of shows with him. The last couple weeks we've been out west. We were actually in Vegas, and we were in Iowa. We were in Riverside, Iowa, and a bunch of different places. And so it's been really fun. And I get to sing with him. I do background vocals for him during his show, and then we do a couple duets. And then he lets me do a couple of songs in the middle, and he's a sweetheart.
Well, I know when we seen you guys at CMA Fest over a month ago, that's what you did when he came on stage. And some of the duets, you know, brought back a lot of memories of his hits.
Yeah, you know, he's I think 4 #1 songs and millions of records sold, and he was nominated for a Grammy this year, so that's really cool. And won a Dove. So he's just got such great songs. What Mattered Most is one of my favorites, and so it's been really fun.
And along with him, not just country, but like you said, winning Dove Awards. So he's going on to doing some Christian music too.
Stuff. Yes, yeah. When We Fly, and that's a duet that sometimes we do in the show. We didn't do that one that day that you were there, but of course, you know, all the women just fall all over Ty, and so sometimes they get mad when we sing together. They think that, you know, that he should be singing to them and only to them all the time.
And you're on stage.
I'm on stage, so it's kind of a tough situation sometimes. But he is as nice as pretty on the inside as he is on the outside. I tell you that.
Well, and leading up to that, we want to talk about you and Ty took part in an ALS fundraiser. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, you know, Ty's song Journey On has basically become the theme song for the Kevin Turner Foundation. Kevin Turner is a former pro football player. He played for the Eagles and the Patriots, and he now has ALS. And we have kind of teamed together, and especially Ty, to raise awareness and raise money for research for ALS. And a couple of weeks ago, we did a fundraiser in Brentwood, which is just right outside of Nashville, and we raised $100,000 that night for the Kevin Turner Foundation. And you can go check out more information at kevinturnerfoundation.org. But Kevin's a wonderful person, and you just fall in love with him when you meet him. And you can go and see Ty's video for Journey On, and it kind of explains Kevin's journey.
All right, fantastic. Now, Amber, let's talk about the latest single, Doing Well For You. First off, let's talk about Wait and how that came about.
Well, you know, we actually wrote that a couple years ago, and when it came time to record stuff for the EP, that was at the top of the list for me. I love that song. I always have. And basically, the song is about a chance meeting. You know, we all stand in line at the grocery store or Starbucks or something, and I talk to everybody, so I always start up conversations. And it's that, you know, once, that could be that 1 in a million time where you actually talk to somebody and it could lead to something. And that's basically what Wait's about.
And you have a video out on that, too.
Yes, it's so exciting. First video, like I said, Stephen Goldman directed it. He directed a lot of Shania and Faith Hill videos, and so it was cool to work with him. And the video is on gactv.com, and it's in the top picks. So you guys make sure to go and watch the video, and the more you click on it, the better. Chances we get actually getting it played on GAC on the TV. And then CMT just added it to CMT.com this last week, and so we're real excited, and I think it does a good job of telling what the song's about.
Well, like I said, a lot of exciting things for you happening this year. We've been talking all about this. How about playing Wait?
Oh, I'd love to play Wait.
Great song out.
Thank you. Thank you.
And have you been working on some new material as well?
Actually, yes. We're going into the studio this next month, in I guess August, and we're going to start working on some new stuff and hopefully have new music out in the fall. So it's coming up.
Well, fantastic. And doing a lot of writing too?
Yeah, we've been writing a lot, and actually all through the winter we wrote a whole lot, and so just looking forward to getting some new stuff together. And of course, you can go and buy Come On, the EP, at amberhazmusic.com or iTunes and all that, but still looking forward to getting some new stuff out there. Of course, we've been singing Come On and Wait for a little while, and so it's like, you get to that point where you're like, you have new stuff and you want to play it.
Well, and another thing, you talked about the website. Why don't you tell people where they can go to check more out about you?
Sure. The website's amberhazmusic.com, and there's links to Facebook and Twitter and all that networking stuff that we do, and then there's links to watch the video and also to iTunes, and there's a store there. You can buy the CD right there if you'd like, but make sure you go and say hi to me on amberhazmusic.com or on Facebook or something.
All right, fantastic. If you stick around, I'll have you do one more song.
Oh, we'll do a new one. How about that?
Sounds good. Right. Amber Hayes right here on 104.9. Amber, I tell you what, we've enjoyed the few minutes we've had here again to see you again, and it's been great. And like you said, you have some new material.
Yeah, we've been writing a lot, and we're going to do, the first song that we're going to do is a song that I wrote with Philip White, and he wrote Rascal Flatts' I'm Moving On, or co-wrote that, and so it's been great to be able to write with some of the best people in country music, like Bill. I get to write with him all the time, and Nashville's just a songwriter town, so it's cool to be able to be a part of the creative process.
And I don't think we've even said that. Why don't you introduce who you're with here?
Oh, okay. I haven't even said who you are. This is Bill DeLuigi, and he's a little under the weather, bless his heart.
Yeah.
And so he co-wrote Wait and Come On with me. So thank you.
Well, we're almost out of time here. So, again, we'd like to invite people to check out your website. Why don't you do that again?
Yeah, it's amberhazmusic.com, and make sure you go and say hi.
All right. As always, great to see you guys again, and come back again.
We'd love to. It's good to see you, too.
Amber Hayes right here on KLMJ.